Hi guys, I'm Erica. Welcome to Hack Your Health. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to harvest, dry, and use horsetail to make a horsetail tea. Horsetail has a number of benefits, and the one that I'm the most interested in is that it's very high in silica, which means that it's good for potentially preventing Alzheimer's, it's good for osteoporosis, and for maintaining bone density, the health of joints and arteries, and other important functions. And if you'd like to learn more about the benefits of silica, I made a whole video about that recently. And horsetail is also good for kidney issues and is used as a diuretic. It's meant to be used short term, like for a month or two at a time, not every single day for a long time, because it can deplete your thiamine stores if used for a very long time. And try to get the horsetail from the best source you can. So as you can see, I'm in the forest right now, and I'm hoping that in one of these riverbeds along the way there will be some horsetail, and we'll see if I find any, and if not, I found some examples in other places such as alleyways or vacant land, and I'll show you a bunch of examples of what horsetail looks like, because there are different varieties. After we harvest it, wherever that may be, I'll show you how to dry it as well and how to make it into a tea. So yeah, hopefully we find some. So I did find some at the bottom of a railway track where I can't go, but this is a good example of the landscape it likes. It's disturbed, rocky, with some water. And then here it's the park, and this is also near a marsh, so this is another good example of where to find horsetail. And then this is some I found the other day, and I just rinsed it off and then laid it out flat on a piece of paper towel, and that's a good drying method. It kept its color, and it's been about a week now, and it's dry enough to make tea. And this is another drying method, so you can wrap some string around and tie it up, and it'll gradually dry like this as well. And basically you just need to get it to the point where it'll break easily. This has probably been up for 3 days, and it probably needs a little bit more time. Just make sure that you hang it somewhere that's well ventilated and has good airflow. So I thought I'd show you a few different examples of how you could use this for tea. So this is an example from last night where you can see I had the horsetail here, and then also some dried elderflowers, which I also harvested myself, as well as some dandelion flowers. And this made a really nice tea, and that's a pretty relaxing blend. And elderflower also has a lot of medicinal properties, and I'll probably do a video about those as well. And if you want a stronger batch, you could take a handful like this, break it up, and pour boiling water over it. And then in order to remove it from the water, you can use a strainer like this one. And let it sit for about 10 or 15 minutes, no matter what method you use with boiling water, because that is how long it takes for a herbal blend to infuse. Another thing I like to do is mix it with lavender flowers. So these also have a really nice taste and smell, and I just put in, let's say, a big pinch, about that much. That's what I do, and that gives it a good flavor. And then I use some chamomile flowers. And if you buy chamomile loose, it's a nicer quality, and it's pretty inexpensive at health food stores and stuff. And I'd put in a pretty generous pinch of chamomile, more than I put in of the lavender. That's my preference because it's a more mild flavor. And another way that you can use this to make tea is you can make a cold brew. So I'm going to add the rest of this lemon, which is a little bit sad looking but still has some flavor left, and this handful of dried horsetail. It's good to dry it before you use it because it gets rid of that thiaminase, according to what I read. And I'm also going to add a few dandelion flowers, which I have picked to infuse a dandelion honey with. And then you can just pour some cold water over. And you can let this slowly infuse for a few hours, and you can even refill it throughout the day with more water and kind of have this as your drinking water for the day. You can pour it through a sieve if you don't want the bits. And you can really be creative and add whatever kind of herbs or plants that you have or find to this. Like some cucumber might taste good in there, or some celery even, and you can kind of just infuse your water that way. And that's another way that you can make tea, or I guess iced tea, with this. So I hope that this was helpful to you. For a more medicinal dose, you're going to want to use the whole handful method, either in boiling water for 10 to 15 minutes or soaked for many hours throughout the day in cold water. And if you just want to have it as sort of a part of your herbal tea collection that you can incorporate, which is more what I do, then you can dry it and put in like one broken up strand worth or stem worth into a tea bag along with other herbal teas. That's my preferred method. And of course, this is not medical advice, so talk to a herbalist or another practitioner, or do your own research to make sure that it's something suitable for whatever reason you're wanting to use horsetail. And I forgot to mention that it's also very good for your skin, your hair, and your nails, and helping to form collagen. And that's why I also wanted to use it, is mostly to make my hair grow faster and my nails. So everyone has their own version of why they want to use this. And horsetail is a really amazing plant. The roots can go down at least, I think, 150 meters, and that's part of the reason why it has so much silica, and also why it's so hard to remove. So I definitely would not recommend planting horsetail in your garden unless you want it to just be only horsetail forever, because it's almost impossible to get rid of. So I would recommend just finding a good place that you can harvest it. So thank you so much for watching, and if you have any questions, comments, or future video suggestions, please leave them in the comment section below. And if you'd like to see more of my videos, then please subscribe. And if you'd like to see my video about silica, I'll link it. And all the best to you on your healing journey. Okay, bye.